What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Jordan here from Show Me Vegas, and hey, it's hard to believe, but it's almost winter already. That means it's time for your quarterly Vegas news and updates, so let's get into it. But first, look down at the bottom of the screen and see if you're subscribed. If you're not, just hit that subscribe button, please. It's totally free and it helps us out tremendously. We put out a variety of content here on the channel, all Vegas, all the time, and we'd love to have you on board and getting those notifications when we drop a new video. We're just a few hundred subs away from 35,000 and we're shooting for 50,000 in 2025, so help us hit those goals. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it. First up, the 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix is this weekend, and by the time you see this video, it might already be over. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's been covered ad nauseum, but in case you didn't know, it's kind of a big deal for a lot of reasons, both good and bad. As far as how it might affect your winter trip to Las Vegas, well, it takes a while to tear down the track, the grandstands, etc. after the race, so be prepared for that if you're going to be staying anywhere near mid-strip between now and about the third week of December. By then, most of it will once again be a memory, and I can gripe about it again next year. In case you missed this year's gripe, don't worry, there's still time. I'll put a link in the description box down below. Alright, let's talk about some of the new stuff coming to Vegas and a few things that have gone away. First up, one that's gone away, Ocean One Bar and Grill. If you haven't heard, the popular cheap eat spot in the Miracle Mile shops has officially closed, presumably for good this time. There was a sign on their door stating the lease has expired, but I think that's just a not so clever wordplay for our lease has been terminated, because this place has been under financial stress for a while, and it was even locked by the landlord for a day back in September for past due rent. Whatever the case, it's gone, and they say they're looking for a new location, but I wouldn't hold my breath. All of their Florida locations went out of business within the last year, and the Vegas location was the last one remaining. So no more Ocean One in Las Vegas, at least for now. Speaking of the Miracle Mile shops, work continues on Miracle Eats, which is the food hall going in there attached to Planet Hollywood, and the progress seems slow, and I'm not sure why. They're saying it's going to be open this winter, and that seems likely still, but no official date has been announced. The first 6 food outlets are going to be Carnegie Pizza, Taco Terry, and Fat Sal's, Dave's Hot Chicken, Lobster Me, and Fat Tuesday. The last 2 were there prior to the construction, they'll just be reopening. Say what you will about the food hall concept as opposed to food courts. I like them even though they're not all that cheap. Either way, there will be significantly more to eat if you're in the area around Planet Hollywood very soon. In other news, I mentioned in the fall updates video a new country bar by Jason Aldean coming to 63 City Center, and I said I thought fall 2024 was pretty ambitious. Well, it looks like technically they're going to make it. The new bar will open December 2nd with a grand opening slated for December 5th. This according to the website, although when you click on that on the website it goes to a dead link, so I'm not sure. This bar is going to be similar to Ole Red, but on a smaller scale. It's going to take up about 22,000 square feet of space over 2 stories with 2 stages, 7 bars, and an outdoor balcony space. If you're a country music fan, this is going to be right up your alley. Again, Jason Aldean's Kitchen and Rooftop Bar slated to open December 2nd. Following up on another opening from the last video, Swingers is now officially open at Mandalay Bay. The mini golf concept that originated in London looks just like the rendering said it would, and it does look cool, albeit really pricey. Just 9 holes of mini golf starts at $35, which, I don't know, probably prices me out. It looks fun and all, there's also a carnival area, but probably not at that price for me. This is adults only, and it does give you something other than gamble to do, but like I said, the price, pretty high. Hey, real quick before we go further, I want to shout out the sponsor of this video, Las Vegas Merch Co. You can find them online, and now's the perfect time if you're looking for Christmas ideas or just cool Vegas merch for yourself or that Vegas lover in your life. They have a cool array of things from t-shirts to coffee mugs and lots of stuff in between, and they keep everything in stock for fast shipping. But beware, that means some items may sell out, so get there soon. I'll put a link in the description box. You can find them at lasvegasmerchco.com. Alright, on to a couple more places that have been mentioned in past videos, one of which is finally about to open and the other one remains a mystery. Both of these are going to be at Flamingo, and apparently Pinky's by Vanderpump is set to have a grand opening on December 5th. This after they said that it was going to open in summer of 2024. In addition to Pinky's, there are 2 other restaurants supposedly coming soon at the Flamingo, and I have absolutely no idea what's taking so long. Chalk this up to Caesars being Caesars, but Havana 1957 and Gordon Ramsay Burger are also supposed to open there. Gordon Ramsay Burger was again supposed to open in summer of 2024, and there's no word. It seems like half the Flamingo has been behind construction walls for almost the entire year. Again, no idea why this is taking so long, but Pinky's is going to open soon. Like I said, grand opening on that one December 5th. Let's talk about Boulevard. This is the huge outdoor shopping plaza going in where the Hawaiian Marketplace used to be, right across the street from Aria and Park MGM. It's really taking shape, and while they're saying an early 2025 opening, apparently it's going to roll out in phases because a Puma store is now open. They're still finalizing the retail lineup. Brands that have signed on so far are Adidas, Puma, H&M. There's also going to be an ABC store, which is kind of strange. I don't know if they're going to close the one that's just to the south of there or not, but an ABC store is always a welcome addition. It's going to have some awesome outdoor space and a lot of dining, one of which we now know is going to be an In-N-Out Burger. The new In-N-Out Burger is going to have a great rooftop spot on the 3rd floor, almost directly across the street from Whataburger, so we've got a fast food war shaping up. Between those two, it's not even close. In-N-Out Burger is way better. Regardless, it looks like Boulevard is finally nearing completion. Like I said, 1 store already open, more to come soon. Hopefully, all of this is going to be open by spring. Okay, let's talk about a new name taking over an existing hotel. Delano, as we know, is going to become the W Hotel. That's a Marriott by Bonvoy property. MGM is partnered with Marriott, and this Marriott brand is going to be taking over the Delano space sometime in mid-December. Now, not a lot of changes are going to take place right away other than the signage, but eventually they're going to be refreshing the entire property, including remaking the guest rooms. Delano is a little bit of a hidden gem on the Las Vegas Strip, and I think this change will be good. It does need a little bit of a refresh, and it's going to be getting that under the W brand. The timeline really ramps up in 2026, and the guest rooms are not slated to be finished until about 2028. Bouncing around from restaurants to hotels and now cocktail lounges, Caspian's at Caesar's Palace is going to open the last week of December. This is in the space that used to be Cleopatra's Barge, buried right there in the middle of the monstrosity that is Caesar's Palace. This is going to be operated by Click Hospitality. They also have some speakeasies around the Strip. They own the one at Proper Eats, as well as the one at Durango and the barbershop at the Cosmopolitan. A lot of people were sad to see Cleopatra's Barge go, but we'll get a glimpse of what's new the last week of December at Caspian's. Back to restaurants, there might be some changes coming to the dining lineup at Treasure Island. I just stayed there for the first time this summer, and one of the restaurants I ate at could be going away. Vital Vegas was first to report that 2 restaurant spaces at Treasure Island are up for lease, even though there are operating restaurants inside them. One of them is Yacht Club, the other one, surprisingly, is Senor Frog. Now, neither one of those restaurants have actually announced their closing, but the listing states that the spaces will be available within 30 days of a lease signing, so if they do close, it could happen rather quickly. From closed restaurants to restaurants coming soon, we transition over to restaurants moving soon. I've previously mentioned a rumor that Bazaar Meat at Sahara would be relocating, and that is officially official. They are moving to the Venetian Resort, reportedly somewhere in the Palazzo side, but I don't know exactly where the space will be located. Bazaar Meat is one of the best steakhouses in all of Vegas, and I ate there when I stayed at Sahara last month and absolutely loved it. Probably the best steak I've ever had my entire life. The Venetian Resort is only going to raise the profile of this restaurant, and I would highly recommend it sometime after they move. The bartender told me they hope to be up and running at their new location by the end of March 2025. Alright, let's transition into the holidays. I mean, after all, it's almost December, and this is a winter updates video. We love the Christmas season in Vegas. The decorations are absolutely beautiful, and they're already popping up. The Bellagio Conservatory's Christmas theme is open, and it looks awesome, per usual. This year's theme features a giant Christmas tree and an enormous sleigh that you can enter underneath. The Christmas theme is my favorite in the conservatory every year, and you can check this one out until January 4th, at which time they'll begin transitioning into their Lunar New Year theme. It usually takes about a week or so to make that transformation. Ice skating is coming back to the Strip this year, and there will be more than double what there has been in the past. The Cosmopolitan will, as usual, be transforming their Boulevard pool into the ice rink, which features a 4,200 square foot real ice skating surface. They also transform the entire area into a winter wonderland with real snow showers, occasionally. There's also the chalet where you can sit by a fire pit and have seasonal cocktails. You do have to rent the fire pit seating, and it's not cheap. Prices can be found on the Cosmopolitan's website. If you haven't seen this, we highly recommend it. It's very cool. The ice rink will be open this year from November 28th to January 10th. Now, I said there would be more ice skating this year on the Strip, and that's because Fontainebleau will be opening a similar attraction this year at their pool. At Fontainebleau, the ice will cover 2 pools totaling more than 8,000 square feet of skating space, and they too will be offering fire pit and cabana reservations, which both are available for a somewhat reasonable food and beverage minimum, especially since it includes ice skating for up to 6 people. Normally, ice skating costs $25 per person, but if you're renting a fire pit or a cabana, you can get 6 people in to ice skate for free. Both Fontainebleau and Cosmopolitan will be showing Christmas movies on select weeknights during the season, and the schedules can be found on their websites. We're definitely going to go check this Fontainebleau one out this year in late December, so we will report back. Other Christmas happenings in Las Vegas include Enchant at the Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin. That opens today, November 22nd. Glittering Lights, which is a drive-through holiday light display at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, is back once again. This one is already open and runs through January 5th, 2025. Finally, World of Illumination puts on a drive-through light display at the M Resort that they claim is one of the biggest in the country. This year it's called Candy Rush, and it features more than 1 million lights and hundreds of animatronics. It's going on now. Tickets are sold in advance per car, and you can find them on the website. Hey, this is far from an exhaustive list. There are tons more things to do for the holidays in Las Vegas, but I have to keep this video short enough that it doesn't last until Christmas. But I would definitely be remiss if I didn't mention New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a huge deal in Las Vegas. They shut down the Strip on New Year's Eve, and it's essentially a big block party. Or if you prefer downtown, you can go check out Time of Your Life. That's the New Year's Eve party on Fremont Street. This year it's featuring Flo Rida, 303, Low Cash, Dylan Marlowe, Bow Wow, Trick Daddy, and Mike Jones. Quite a diverse lineup there. Early bird tickets are on sale for that for $50. This seems like a good time to talk about how to prepare for a winter vacation in Las Vegas from a weather standpoint. You might have heard that it gets cold in Vegas over the winter, and I guess as with everything, that's completely relative. If you're from a truly cold climate, you'll laugh at that notion, but if you're from Florida or Southern California, you might agree. So instead, let's just look at the stats. Weather in Vegas is coldest in December, with January being slightly warmer. High temperatures both months average in the high 50s to around 60 degrees. With overnight lows dipping into the upper 30s and low 40s. Yes, it can get down below freezing, and it can occasionally snow, but that's far from the norm, so don't be worried about that at all. As always, it can get quite windy, and paired with temps in the 40s and 50s, it can be quite chilly, so pack sleeves, long pants, a jacket, or a coat, depending on where you're from, and you'll be just fine. Check the forecast a few days in advance of your trip, and you might just be pleasantly surprised. Our last January trip was sunny and in the mid-60s every day, and it was absolutely delightful. Alright, let's talk about shows and residencies. I'm going to do these really quick. As always, my favorite source for this is Vegas.com. You can go to that website, filter by month, and check out all the upcoming shows and residencies. The big one this winter is the Eagles. They're playing at the Sphere. Dates in December, January, February, and March. That looks like an awesome show. As far as the others, let's run through them by month, starting with December. Shania Twain is back at Planet Hollywood. Garth Brooks, of course, back at Caesars Palace. Winona Judd, 3 shows at the Venetian. REO Speedwagon, also at the Venetian. Cody Johnson, 2 shows at the MGM Grand. George Strait playing at Allegiant Stadium on December 7th. 50 Cent at Planet Hollywood, December 27th through the 30th. Brad Paisley at the Wynn. Janet Jackson begins her residency at Resorts World at the end of December. Creed plays 2 shows at Caesars Palace, December 30th and 31st. Bruno Mars is back at Dolby Live, and Imagine Dragons plays 1 show at the Venetian on New Year's Eve. In January at the Venetian, we have Styx and Collective Soul, separate shows, not together. Mariah Carey performing 1 show at Park MGM. Pitbull is going to be at Fontainebleau for a couple of shows in late January. Lionel Richie with 3 shows at the Wynn. The Killers at Caesars Palace. And Santana will be back doing his regular show at Mandalay Bay. In February, Blake Shelton has 3 shows lined up at Caesars Palace, and I bet you might just see him across the street at Old Red a time or two. The Black Eyed Peas will be at Planet Hollywood. Keith Urban is performing at Fontainebleau. And as always, you'll be able to see Barry Manilow and Donny Osmond at Westgate and Harrah's, respectively. Alright, let's finish this video up with some random news bites. Expansion plans are already underway for Durango Casino and Resort in Southwest Las Vegas. It's been so popular they're already expanding the casino and adding 25,000 square feet. More than 700 culinary union workers are on strike at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Not that anybody's going to notice because I'm pretty sure nobody goes there. Strangely, there is a flight simulator experience coming to Excalibur. Not sure how that fits, but sounds kind of cool. Wynn Resorts has announced they will be renovating the rooms at Encore. These rooms are already great, although they do look a little dated for such a high-end hotel. All of those rooms are going to be renovated in 2025. National Finals Rodeo, NFR, returns to Vegas December 5th through the 14th, and as always, they're going to be having Cowboy Christmas. That's the official gift show of NFR, and that's taking place at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Speaking of the Convention Center, that will once again host CES, which is one of the largest conventions in the world. More than 138,000 attendees visit Las Vegas for this every year. January is a big convention month, so if you're looking to book a trip in January, be sure and check out the convention calendar on vegasmeansbusiness.com to find out whether your stay might be affected by convention traffic. All right, that's it for this one. I'm sure I missed something. What are you looking forward to in Las Vegas this winter, 2024, 2025? Leave it in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, once again, don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Both of those things help the channel tremendously. Thanks as always for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.